Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today we have an iPad Air 3 2152 which has got a broken screen. If I just bring it up to the camera, you can see it's all damaged, a few cracks here and there. So we have the task of replacing the panel. So basically this screen is not a separate digitizer, they're actually bonded. So this is the new screen, so it's got the LCD already in place. So all we need to do is remove the old screen and fit the new one, and I'll show you the process of how to do that. So the things that you're going to need, I've got a heat mat here. You could potentially use a hairdryer and slowly go around taking the glass away, or a heat gun, and obviously be careful when you're using heat guns, they can be extremely hot. So what I've got today, I've got a heat pad which I've set 80 degrees, and I'm going to leave it on there now for about 10 minutes. So what I'm using today, I've got a little blade here just to cut the tape that I'm going to put. I'm not going to use the tape that comes with the glass. I don't really think that's very good quality. I've got a little tool here just to remove, it's quite sharp, so I've got a bit of tape on here to dig into my own my hands and cut me up like it used to. So I've got one of those. Also got a pair of scissors just to cut the tape when I apply it, and some T8000 glue. There should be a link in the description below of where you can get that. I think it's pretty good stuff. I may not need to use it today, but just in case, I'll keep it handy. And a screwdriver. I've got an electric one, just to make my life a little bit easier. Or I can use a manual one. There's only a few screws to take off anyway, just around the flex cables here. There should be a plate. There will be a plate above it. So yeah, that's it. So we'll give that a few minutes to get cooking, and we'll continue with the removal and replacement of the digitizer. Right guys, that should be warm enough now, the glass, to easily take it off. So I'm going to switch off my heat pad and get it out of the way, and then we'll continue and take the glass off. Okay, well, that's nicely cooked. Don't need a heater to keep yourself warm, to keep your hands on that. And so I'm just going to start on this side. We know that the flexes are here, and we shouldn't do any damage to anything else. So as you can see, it's coming off quite easily. It looks like this has had a screen on it before, by the looks of it. Yes, it has. We'll soon see. What I normally have as well, I haven't got any on my desk at the moment, it's on another desk, it's a little bit of alcohol, isopropyl, just to loosen up the glue. It makes the job a lot easier, but like I said, I think this one's had a new screen before, and it's coming off quite easily. So we should be okay. Normally the original bonding is a lot stronger than aftermarket. So let's lift this off. That should come away. Yeah, that's definitely been done before by somebody. It's been glued all the way around. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to pull the glass away, and if you look just there, you can see the flexes. Make sure when you pull away the screen that the device is not on, because it could damage the display IC. So I'm going to try and get my screwdriver in there. Okay. These are a nightmare to actually get the digitizers in there. I'm just going to use my nails to pop them off the connectors. And that's basically it. Yeah, it's definitely had a, this is definitely an aftermarket screen. Oh, well, anyway, it must have been a decent one, but things happen. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove, there's actually a a screw. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a screw just there. Now the plate's only got 2 screws, as you can see. So why is there a 3rd screw? I think what's happened is somebody's, this is not the right size screw, that's a short screw. I think somebody's took the glass off, the screen off, and when they've removed the plate, the actual original screw is flicked off, and there's a magnet just there, and it's magnetized, it's attached itself to the side of the LCD, and they've used a longer screw. That's long. So anyway, at least we found that, because actually if it does get underneath the screen, it could crack the new screen as well if it gets in the way. So I'm glad we spotted that. I'm just going to check around if there's nothing else that's loose. No, that seems to be fine. So I'm going to remove the old glue now. So now I've got all the glue off, I'm going to actually use my alcohol and just spread it around the edges. It will dry up quick, so you need to be quick with a cloth. Just give it a nice clean. Get rid of any old residue that you may be on there. And the old glue. I'm actually going to bond this down with glue. I don't think there's enough space for tape. I'll tape up these bits here, but I'm actually going to bond the rest of it up. And once that's done, first I'll test the screen, make sure it's all working, the home button is working perfectly as well. I'll do all that first, and then I will apply the bonding and then tape it down. Stick it down. And then we should be all done. But it's not a big job, so we should be done pretty soon. Now I do need to remove the home button from the old broken digitizer. So it does have a small door just there, as you can see, just there, and then you just lift that off. Make sure you do not damage the flex. Otherwise you'll have to get an aftermarket home button, and the Touch ID will not work because the memory for the Touch ID is in the button flex itself. Okay, so that's come away nicely. Removing the old bonding from here as well. If you can just about see that, I'm not sure. Just remove the blade. Shouldn't take too long. That's done. Now what I'm going to do is just going to make sure when we put this button in that it actually works. There can be a bit of a pain in the backside to line up. Just open the door on the new one. Like so. That goes in all the way. Yeah, that seems to be good. And I'm just going to test that the button actually presses, so that's fine. You can actually glue that down if you want to, temporarily. What I might do actually is just take it off. And I'm just going to put some glue tape on it because I do actually want to bond it down, but just for testing purposes I'm going to put a bit of tape on there. on the actual button surround, so we can apply it directly onto the button surround itself. The last thing I want to do is bond everything down, and then you find out that the home button does not work. Although I've had screens in before where you do put the home button in, you know the home button's fine because you've seen it working on the previous screen, if you could see it, and when you put it in to the new screen is faulty. It doesn't read the input from the home button. So I've had that before as well, so just to make sure it all works as it should and save myself a bit of time. Okay, that should now press. Yeah, that's pressing as it should. Now the tricky part, which I always hate doing, as you know from my previous videos, is connecting these digitizer connectors. So what you do need to do is you need to do the bigger ones first, and then the smaller ones, because they actually overlap the other connectors. So put in the bigger ones first if you can. I don't know if you can see that, but don't want to lose those screws. Mind you, I've always got spares knocking about, so it's not really the end of the world. But I always find this bit a little bit tricky, so I'm going to go from this side. That's not doing it. So when you're trying to record it, well, it can be like, oh god, this is a bit tricky because of the angles, but okay, that's all fitted. So let's just going to test the screen now and make sure all the keys work as well. What I normally do is just grab an icon and move it around the screen, you know, everywhere, and that should you get an idea. This is one there. You get an idea of how it works. Yeah, all seems to be good now. I'm quite happy with that, so I'm going to take the screen off now and apply the bonding all the way around, and make sure the home button is fully secure in position, and stick the screen down and we'll be done. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to remove this blue protective film, which we don't need, because leave it on there. Actually, it's not going to do any harm. It's not. Is it just for the glue or what on this one? No, it's not. Yeah, it's got some sort of, I think it's just protection film, but we can take it off, leave it on. It's not going to make no difference. And maybe if it gets hot, then it might. Yeah, which it doesn't need to be there. I'll take it off. Doesn't matter. I'm removing the old tape. You can use a hairdryer to warm it up, or your heat pad or whatever. It is good. It's a good brand. Whether it is the right real brand or not, I don't know. But I'm going to bond it. I don't like using the original tape that comes with the digitizers. Sometimes if you heat stuff up, it just makes life a lot easier. Yeah, that is a bit stubborn. So I'm going to heat it up on my hairdryer. Actually, no, let's see if I can get it off without using the hairdryer. Okay, that's off now. And remove that as well. Okay, so let's stick this down now. So I'm removing the old the tape that we used just to secure it while we were testing. Remove that, and I'm going to put a bit of glue on the glass itself. There you go. Just push the flexes down. They were sticking up slightly. I don't want them to stick up. There's a little protection thing there. Let's put the home button in now. Make sure it presses properly before you stick it down. Now the glue will take a while to start curing, so and make sure the flex is in properly. That to me is all the way in. Close the door of the flex. I'm going to put some Cat 10 tape on over the flex connector. Lights in the way there. Put a bit over that exposed components. Just so nothing shorts out if it touches anything. Okay, that's fine. Need to put a bit of tape under this flex there that's sticking up. Oh, it's not now, it's fine. Okay, so I've put the home button in. Just make sure, hold it down from the top there, or from the home button holder, and then just press. And make sure it's clicking properly. Okay, that I'm not exactly happy with. I'm going to bring the hold down a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to try it again. Take the film off because you won't get a proper press. So hold it down again. As you can hear that now. That's perfect. So that I'm going to leave in position now. While that is bonding, I'm actually going to go around and apply the glue to the sides. Before I do that, I'll put this tape on, test the tape, just there. The actual process doesn't take too long. If you've got the right tools, the right mentality, you need patience. If you haven't got patience, I would recommend don't do it, because you'll break the screen, or or you'll do something wrong for sure. If you're going to do this job, take your time. So you've got the advantage of, you can pause this video, do things step by step. I'm actually doing it a little bit slower than usual, just for the purpose of this video, to educate people on how to do things properly. Just take your time, So apply the glue again slowly. Make sure there's no gaps anywhere. If there is, just go back and fill it up. So like I said earlier, I was going to tape it, but I think glue is the best, because at the sides there's not enough surface area for the tape. The tape is good, but it's never as strong as the original tape. They use some seriously strong stuff. And do the bottom half now. Again, this tape, this glue, sometimes it's good to wait a few minutes just to get a little bit tacky, and then you can marry up the new screen. Okay, put the cap back on. So while that's doing that, I'm just going to clean up my desk just to get things in order. I'm a very organised person when it comes to, well, a lot of things actually, but basically when it comes to work, I like to organise my stuff, put things back to where they came from, so when I start my next job, I can find my stuff within seconds. I don't have to dilly-dally around looking for things. And I hate it when things are out of place. When someone's taking my stuff, I expect people, or I would appreciate people putting it back in the same place. And they do, so there's no issues there. No issues there. Now I'm like, just clean up stuff as I'm going along. Get that out of the way, tools out of the way. And the old screen you can just leave to one side. Okay, so you see, the thing is, I may have a laptop to work on next. I may have an Xbox, I may have a PlayStation to work on. I don't know what's going to. I had a foot massager in the other day. A foot massager. I've never seen one of them before. Well, I have, but I've never worked on one. Yeah, the actual socket where you put the power into the device was knackered. Luckily, I managed to get a socket in, open the device up, resoldered the new charging ports, and away you go. So I think that's should be enough. We've given it a couple of minutes, haven't we? So I'm going to now stick down, connect the new digitizer out. Before I'm just going to check the home button again. Yeah, that's fine. That's kind of like more or less secure now. Put the new connectors in. Okay, that's in. Now make sure before you apply it, switch it on. Make sure we're good. Press the home button. Okay, and just remove the tape for the other. So that's the only tape we've used on this machine. This there. Almost forgot that. You would have spotted it, eagle-eyed YouTubers. Okay, so I'm gonna push in the bottom first and slowly go up with my fingers. There will be some residue sticking out, and as you can see, that is absolutely bonded perfectly. So what I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to go and put some tape in all around the device so it stays down and it just dries up nicely. And then I'll clean all the excess glue off and just test it one more time, and then hand it back, give the customer a ring and tell them it's done. So thank you for watching.